So in 2019, that was the first time I actually discovered, self-improvement type of videos, right? So at this time, Fearless Motivation, Fearless Soul, Improvement Pill. There was this guy again. I can't remember his name right now. Mitch Mali, and every other person. How to Beast. All those guys at the time teaching men's fashion. They were all really popping. And it was actually 2018, but 2019 was when I really, started to pay attention to these videos a lot more. And after I started to watch all these videos, my mindset started to change a little bit. So at the time I was like 16 years old. I just turned 16. I was 16, 15, 16 years old ish, age range. So my mindset started to shift. I started to like see I could do more in this life. I didn't have to be like mediocre. I didn't have to be like a low value. Like I could basically have ambition. I could achieve a lot. So 2020, before the pandemic hit or during the pandemic, my mindset basically transformed into this like ultra ambitious guy. Like I have to make it. I have to become successful. I'm going to be a millionaire. Blah blah blah. Basically, everybody in this community, the way they all think, or at least the way 90% of them think. So at the time, like I said, I was 16. So 2020, I was to turn 17. I remember I told myself that before I turn 20, I'll be a millionaire. So now I'm telling you this story as right now I'm 21, and I'm not a millionaire. I'm not even close. Like I'm not even I didn't even achieve that goal at all. So like when you listen to this story, two things like usually when I tell people this story, they just usually laugh because like what the fuck did you expect? But it's more so like I had the ambition, but I was lazy. I had the ambition, actually, I had the drive, like I want to be a millionaire, I want to do these crazy things, I want to travel the world, I want to become successful, I want to do all these things. But I was just like I was very, very lazy. I didn't do the things that were actually going to get me there. And I realized that it's just because you don't have systems. Like if you're ambitious but lazy, it's like you have one part of it, but you don't have the other part. The first part is the ambition part because a lot of people don't have, this ambition. They don't have big dreams. They're not able to dream big and all these things. But this is not enough. And to some degree, I would argue that this part might even be more important because if you have this part but you don't have this part, basically it's zero. But if you have this part, you don't have this part, then it's like 100. So I had this part, I didn't have this part, it was zero. So in summary, if you're ambitious but you are lazy, it's simply because you have not really developed, systems, habits, behaviors that are going to, get you to do the actions that are going to get you to this level of ambition that you have set. So like, I said, I want to be a millionaire before I turn 20, but every single day that passes, I'm busy playing Asphaltate, I'm busy scrolling, I'm busy just doing things that are not going to help me. So in this video, I'm just going to try and give you some systems that will actually help you to achieve your potential, because you actually have potential, you just haven't found ways to actually utilize it. So the very, very first thing you can do is to choose something you love and care about. It seems that within this time frame, part of the reason why I had a lot of ideas in mind. Mine was usually more towards the YouTube route because I wanted to be a YouTuber and stuff. But I still had a lot of ideas. I wanted to like make short films and do faceless channels and do like maybe forex or crypto, dropshipping, this one, that one. So there was some certain periods that I would choose like some business model or some hustle that I didn't really give two fucks about it, but just because this can make you rich, you should do it. And a lot of people have preached this idea that you should do that. I think now, right here, right now, I kind of disagree with that. The only caveat, the only asterisk I'll put there is as long as the thing you're choosing is actually reasonable, as long as the thing you're choosing is actually there's it can work basically. Like people have done it before, they have become successful doing it. That's like the only. If it's like some really, really random weird thing that is not profitable at all, I don't know, maybe you should like reconsider your choices. But if it's like something that can work, can get you successful, I feel like you should choose basically what you actually want. And the things that these days, like this modern day, 90% of things, like 90% of online businesses and passions and whatever, can actually, get you, like you can become successful doing it than, the olden days and all that. So choose what you actually care about, because when you choose something you care about, you are willing to work harder on it than when you choose something you don't care about. Because if you don't care, basically, you would not want to put in that level of like, because think about two guys. So if there's this guy and he likes to draw a lot, like let's just assume for whatever reason some art style becomes very trendy and people are making a lot of money from it. This guy likes to draw. This one doesn't give two fucks about drawing, but this one just says, oh wow, this can make me money, so I'm going to hop on this trend. This guy that likes to draw is always going to win, because by default, even when he's resting, like he might just be sitting down bored and the only thing on his mind is thinking about drawing. That this other guy is only going to do the drawing task when it's actually time for him to work. So basically, when you choose something you care about, you're going to work 10 times harder on it. I'm just going to speed run through the rest. The other one is start little by little. I usually say this in my videos, you don't want to do too much too fast. If you do too much too fast, it's easy for you to fall off, easy for you to not be consistent. Start little by little. So, you know, instead of saying, oh, I want to do 10,000 push-ups tomorrow, do 10 push-ups every day for 1 full year. Like that is the real intensity. The other one, this one is kind of obvious, is you want to get rid of bad habits. So bad habits are going to hold you back, you know, junk food, procrastinating, laziness, you know, spending all day on social media, porn, video games, casual sex, alcohol, weed, drugs, parties, vape, whatever other thing, video games, whatever other thing exists these days. Just want to get rid of bad habits to really slow you down. Now, is to occupy your entire day with activities. Because if your day is open, that's like one thing that can literally like fucking bro. Just fill up your day. Like you want to just have different things you're doing. Like if you don't have anything doing, that's when it's easy for you to fall into bad habits. But if you have things you're working on, things you're pushing towards, very easy for you to actually achieve those goals. And the last one, most important, is to take action. Just like I said, at this level, you know, oh, I want to be a millionaire before I turn 20. And there are people that do this every single day. There's like, I go open YouTube and every time I'm keep seeing some 15 years old, some 18 years old, some 22 years old that just bought like some G-Wagon, just bought some AMG, just did some crazy thing. But I didn't get to that level because I basically didn't do anything. So you want to take action, basically. If you don't take action, if you watch all these videos, if you have on this ambition, doesn't mean you shoot. You're going to be like me 5 years later, and your life is still going to basically be the same. So make sure you take action.
By the way, if you're in a rut now and you're finding it difficult to get back on your feet and get back in the grind and get back to the flow of things, I've actually created a program that is going to help you do just that. If you're interested in that, if this is a problem you're facing and you actually need a solution, just click the first link in the description of this video.